It's now been a few days since the Future Game Show where everyone expected to see some news for the new LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game. Unfortunately, we were all left with disappointment when WB showcased their Back 4 Blood, which was delayed till October instead of the game that's coming out in spring. Either way, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the overall situation, talking about my thoughts and maybe bringing some light to it. But either way guys, let's get into it. So it's just going to be a quick video today, but the Future Game Show was 4 days ago now and I wanted to share my thoughts. Although the show was very mediocre, there were some good games in there, but of course we didn't get to see the new LEGO Star Wars game. It came to quite a shock as WB were at the conference and the whole show was called the Spring Showcase, which should be focusing on the games that are coming out in the next few months, but instead WB showcased the game that they delayed on that day to October. That game was Back 4 Blood. However, Back 4 Blood looks like a fantastic game and it's going to be picked up. I can't wait to play it. However, it is a great shame that they're showcasing and marketing a game that's coming out later this year, which has been delayed, rather than a game that we've got coming in the next few months. Now, I said at this show that if we don't get news in March or get news at the Future Game Show, I'm going to be worried, and now let me explain why. The game is meant to be coming out in Q2, which was listed on the WB Careers website, and Q2 suggests that it's coming out in either April, May or June, which we're starting to move into now. The day that I'm releasing this video is March 29th, so we've only got a few more days left of March, and then we're moving into April, which officially is the release window. So to put that into perspective, the game should be in our hands and launched within the next 3 months, as I said, April, May or June. However, the last piece of significant news we got was the 27th of August last year, where we got the gameplay trailer. Everyone was excited to see the brand new gameplay trailer, everyone was hyped until we got to the end of the trailer where it was daunting when it said Spring 2021. A lot of people were disappointed, but quite honestly I was happy to see that there were improvements. Moving into 2021, we had a few clips and we've also seen a few advertisements for the game which look fantastic, and you can already see the graphic updates and how much they've improved the game. However, it's a bit of a shame that we've went so long without news to the point where we don't have a clue what's going on with the game. It has been confirmed by the developers that the game is still being worked on, so there's still stuff to do of course, but there's no news to when this game is going to be coming out. Is it going to be coming out in April, May or June, or is there going to be a second delay? I hate to say it, but there could be a second delay. Let's be honest and be truthful with ourselves. I'm not saying it's definitely happening, I'm saying it's a possibility. We've had no news for a game that is meant to be coming out in the next 3 months, and it is a concern. We could be getting news in April, we could even get news in May and they drop it the month after in June, so there's a whole possibility that a delay won't even happen at all and they're just going to cram it in the next few months. That is definitely a possibility and something we need to take into consideration, but the fact that we didn't get news at a Spring Showcase gaming event but they gave news about a game that's coming in October, Back 4 Blood, that is very strange. Either way guys, let me lay some predictions out. This is what I feel. I feel that we're not going to be getting news in March, and I still feel we're quite far away from news, to be perfectly honest, and I know it's something you guys don't want to hear, but there's just nothing coming out about it. There's no news, the WP Twitter and socials aren't posting anything about the game, and neither's TT Games, and it's quite scary. One thing I do want to mention is there's loads of people that keep bugging the devs on social medias, and that needs to stop. They are not the marketers, it's not their job to do that, and they don't have time to be commenting and replying to all of your questions in their DMs and even when you're atting them in tweets. If you guys want this game to be a success, be patient and please let the devs do their job, and for God's sake, do not take it out on them. They don't deserve that, as they are putting this game together for us and bringing us this masterpiece. All I'm saying is respect the devs, give them a lot of respect, and they're doing a fantastic job, so a shout out to all of them. So here is my last prediction. I feel we could be getting news on May 4th. We got news on May 4th last year where we got the cover art, so maybe they're waiting for the Star Wars Day to release something big, maybe a new trailer and a release date for it to then release in June. Or maybe we'll get news next month. It's all just up in the air at the minute and no one really knows what's going on, but it's all about putting our minds together and throwing some predictions out there, trying to keep the hype alive. So my final prediction, as I said, news on May 4th and then a release in June. I can't see the game coming out in the next month or two. As I said, there's been no news or updates on the game and I can't see them just being like, here we go, we're going to release it in April, May. I feel it's coming in June, the later side of spring, and there will be news leading up to that. Either way guys, that is the end of today's video, and I know it's been disappointing that we haven't got any news, but we do need to keep patient. Hopefully the game is going to stay in the spring 2021 release and we'll have the games in our hands in the next 3 months. It's not that long of a wait if you think about it. But either way guys, be sure to like today's video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new and to stay up to date, and turn that notification bell on to never miss a video. I thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next one.